40s when we started things out here on the radio early this morning, but right now we're up to about 54 degrees. 54 was a lot of sunshine around the tri-state area. Glad to have you along with us this morning. It's time for the Newsmaker segment, and in the studio this morning is Dade County Executive Tim Rumley. We appreciate him coming in and having a representative every Thursday to talk about county government. And today, once again, on Thursday, happens to be a county commission meeting. Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning. Good morning, Evan.
And
nice
we
morning out there. Nice morning.
Oh, it was absolutely a great morning. Just really nice to come out the door in the 5 o'clock hour, and I thought, woo, well, just a hint of spring, but a little bit reminder that winter is not too far in the rearview mirror.
That's true. That's true.
It was a little bit different, but glad to not have rain. Yeah. For sure. Rain's slowing down the paving, from what I understand.
Yeah, we would already have our base down and be putting topping on right now if it hadn't rained, like it did. But that's okay. That's just we were thankful we had all the weeks of good weather that we've had. So it's just a small setback, but hopefully we'll start back and start laying it down there, Monday morning and get some blacktop in and get that thing to open back up. So.
And that's County Road 6 is what we're talking about there at White Oak Gap.
Yeah, White Oak. I'm sorry. Yeah, County Road 6, White Oak Gap. And it is a critical artery. There's a lot of traffic, that a lot of people use that to get home and go to work, But we're coming to the end of it, thank goodness, and we'll tell you more about it next week, But we hope to have that thing open real soon.
All right. We need to just on the kind of the comical side, I guess we need to have Billy have a ribbon cutting.
Yeah. He'd like that, I guess.
Yeah. Tell him I said we're going to have a ribbon cutting, and he gets to use
rededication. Rededication of the road.
And open the road. But no kidding. I mean, obviously, it is a widely used road, and very important to the folks in the Davis community for sure. To have that not have to go all the way up to the four-way stop and then go across the Brown Road. Speaking of ribbon cutting, you had another event yesterday with business. Has been very successful here in the city of Trenton and Dade County. As a matter of fact, the owners live here in the county.
They do.
At Guthries. Yesterday, I know you went to the ribbon cutting yesterday.
Well, I don't know where my phone's at here. Let me cut that thing off.
That may be Billy.
I thought. Yeah, it may be. It may be. Let me run this thing down. But the. Guthries have been a really big part of the community, for several years, and they had a grand reopening, there yesterday, and a lot of people attended, and Will and his wife have been a real plus to the community, not only from the business but the things that they've done in the community, and it's just good to have them here, and they plus they sell a good product. That's good chicken. As I say,
golden fried chicken.
It is good.
It's absolutely.
It's good.
That sauce is great too.
It is.
It really is good, and they've been a great community supporter as well. We wish them another 10-year success, and glad to have them as part of the business community here in Dade County. Speaking of that, I know that you got a busy day today because you've got several things happening. The Alliance for Dade, the Dade County Chamber of Commerce, if you will, having a legislative update with our state legislatures. They're going to be speaking to us today at the Civic Center in Trenton.
Starts at, I think, 11:30, I believe, at least when it starts. And you'll have a chance to talk to your state legislators and also your state senator. And Mr. Cameron and Mullis will be there. And so, I think there's I know it's a luncheon, so there is a charge for it. It's a Alliance for Dade sponsor.
If you're not a member, it's $15 or $12 if you're a member.
Yeah.
And last account, they had over 75 folks.
That's what you were telling me. That's good.
Already decided they were coming to have lunch today.
Yeah, really good. And so it'll be a chance. Hopefully they'll start doing this. Maybe even quarterly or something, or at least a couple times a year to have an event like this. Where people can actually put a face with a name and be able to, one-on-one talk to your people, because they are liaisons to Atlanta and to the state. That's what they're voted to do, and So hopefully it'll turn out good and be a good day.
I think it will, and it's good for the alliance. They're getting their they're getting their feet established as the new Chamber of Commerce here in Dade County, and they're hosting the event, doing a good job of putting that together. Later on this afternoon, you've got a public hearing, I believe.
At 5:30 we do. It's just a formality we have to go through on. We'll have to have that public hearing pertaining to the special use board that we, industrial board that we appointed back months ago, and it was not exactly clear in there as far as the chairman goes. Supposedly we would appoint the chairman that would actually start the meeting and hold the meeting, and then the board would actually be able to elect their chairman, within the board itself.
And that's
what it should be.
typical.
Yeah.
I mean, that's typical the way.
It's typical the way,
works.
but it was not written in there, so
right.
we had to go back and do that little adjustment to that in that paragraph, and so it's just part of it. You have to go through the legal thing, so it shouldn't be anything to that, but it's something legally we have to do, and it'll be at 5:30. Then we'll go on our work session at 6, and we'll have as usual, and then we'll go into our meeting immediately after that. So,
and of course, we'll be streaming that at KWN News now.
Yeah.
For those of you that want to watch the
and we are
work
going back.
session
We're going back now. This will be our first meeting back in a year, or more, over a year, since we the COVID came in, and we've had the distancing and all that, and we were going back, try to go back to some type of normal now with our meetings, And
I was talking about that earlier. That this Mother's Day will be more like a normal Mother's Day, because last year at this time, you and Carrie and a couple of others, we were seeing each other on a daily basis,
every day,
doing those daily updates, and we didn't see a lot of other people.
It was kind of a trying, scary time, for everyone,
because we didn't know it. At this point, we were only about a month into really trying to figure out exactly what the end result was going to be.
That's right, and there was just too much unknown, and now, of course, there's still a lot of unknown, but at least we've got the vaccine, we can see the light, at the end of the tunnel, and people are trying to get back to their normal life, and it's time we do, but still be careful though. I mean, it's still, it's still out there. It's not by far, our numbers are still floating, here in the county, and but just don't let your guard down is what I'm saying. I mean, it don't hurt to still wear a mask. I put it that way.
Oh, no. And many of
really,
your private, even though the governor has basically taken off all restrictions, even for restaurant employees having to wear a mask, he's taken off all the state restrictions, but many of your private businesses still require masks.
They do.
And if you want to wear a mask, you're perfectly. I mean, there's nobody going to. There's not going to be saying anything to you about it, because and please, if you're asked to wear a mask inside of a business, don't just comply. I mean, they're just doing what their corporations want you to do, and they have every right as a private business to do that.
That's exactly right, and they're looking at protecting themselves, plus you're protecting. So, but that's I went in one of the food stores the other day, and it was about 50-50. I mean, there's people in there that didn't have it, and there's people that did, and it's and it's your choice, to do that. But hopefully, from here on into summer, we'll get back to some type of normal, but still, though, as I said, don't let your guard down. It's still, you need to, I keep saying this, use common sense. Think about it, especially if you're in a small area with a big group of people, just use common sense on it. But that
I know that one of the biggest things that's happening this time of the year is you're going through budgets and meeting with everyone.
That's right.
Because you got a budget to present to the commission here in a couple of months, or actually less than a month.
That's right. And this time of the year it is. You meet with all your officials, your constitutional officers, and all that. And we've started that process, and it's a trying time. I mean, you because it's critical. You actually listen to their needs and their wants. And we try to be real conservative with our money. We know what we've got and what we can spend and what we can't spend, and it's a long process, and so it's that time of the year. Sometimes you have sleepless nights, where yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize. I mean, you get different, and I guess I've heard it referred to always as different pots of money. All of the money that operates the county does not come in strictly from property taxes. Only about a third.
Oh no, or less.
Third or less of the property taxes, but there's only about 4,000 individuals that pay that third, which is a lot of money.
It is.
And I know that you refer to the taxpayers, but the different other pots of money come in from all kinds of various things.
That's true. We have our loss or splosh, and different, and it's just, but it is what it's not like a business, it is. You've got X amount of dollars to operate out of. You can't go out and hustle business like in a construction company or whatever. If you see a downfall or whatever, you can go out and get and solicit more business. This is you operate on your tax dollars that you bring in.
A lot of people get confused.
That's it.
They get confused because I know that under Georgia law, both the state and the local county government and the city must balance their budget.
You got to
every year.
And the federal
authorities do not have to do that. They don't have a balanced budget amendment that's required by law.
No, that's true.
And that's the reason we're $30 trillion in debt.
That's right, trillions of dollars
level.
In debt. Yeah. But,
and you have here in Dade County money in the bank.
Well, we've got. You call it that. I mean, that's what it. I mean, we do have an operating. We have approximately 3 months of operating money that if we had an emergency or whatever, which we built. It took us time to build that up. It's not something that just happened overnight. It's for many years. I've been commissioner. That money was when we went through all the tornadoes and that money was gone. It was nothing. I mean, in fact it was negative a few years, and then we finally got it built back up, and so that's a good thing. That's a lot of counties would like to say that. A lot of counties they haven't had a reserve in 20, 30 years, and they borrow money every year just to get by till January and then they reborrow it. And start again,
and you've been here as an elected commissioner and executive, and you very well can remember the day that Dade County had to do that.
Oh yeah.
Y'all would have to borrow money on December the 29th or 30th,
That's right.
and then pay it back on the 1st,
That's
and
right. Exactly right.
with a tax anticipation note, I believe is what it's called.
And we do, and the only time we do that now, which you got to look at it as business. Then we got money. Yeah, we got money in the bank. We got it in CDs. But if you get in October and you get in there and you say, the tax collections is not exactly, you may go and do a 30-day note and then repay it back because that's cheaper to pay a little interest on that money than to draw your money you've got in the bank out and start all over, be penalized, So that's still, we haven't had to do it in a few years, but we do that every year. We actually have the capability of doing that, and that's business. That's like you would do it any kind of. You don't want to go in and draw money on a CD out for 10 days or 30 days, to do, and then have to be penalized and pay the interest, So, but it's business. But when you have to really rely on that, that's when you got problems. When you actually are going, and in many years, this county done that way before I was a commissioner.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They would go right to January, right to that day before. And then they would they'd pay that money, borrow money, pay that back, and then you'd be in debt again the day after the first day of the year, and and start rocking on again, and that's robbing Peter to pay Paul, and you never get ahead that way, you just don't, you can't do that, but we feel good,
to your and the commission's credit. And I know that you'll be the first to say that it takes everybody to do that. But at least right now, we're not in that situation.
No. It's took everybody. It's took every constitutional officer. It's took all your elected officials that we've had, and all the way down to people like Billy and our Parks Department, Stacy and all, and transportation. Everybody working together and realizing, what this is all about and who you work for. And where that money comes from that you're spending, it's tax money, and I'm a taxpayer just like you are, and you're a public servant, and I keep saying that over and over. But you need to realize what public servants are when you get in the business that we do, and because you've got. I've said this many times too. We're not the government. We work for the government. The government's the people, and that's our bosses. When you forget that, you need to get out. You need to get out of out of the politics, I guess you would say. Yeah.
Well, you got the public hearing at 5:30 today. I guess, and of course, I know that we receive notice, as we always do when y'all gather. 3 or more of you gather. We got the notice that all of the commissioners have been invited to the luncheon today, and there could be what is constituted a quorum. So they just let us know that there's not going to be any voting going on for the luncheon today, but y'all would be there. The school board did the same thing. All of their members are going to be there today for the luncheon. So you got the luncheon today. Mm-hmm. You got your regular 3 o'clock Facebook that you do at 3 o'clock, and then. Correct. 5:30 for the public hearing, 6 o'clock for the work session, and then the regular meeting tonight. So it's a busy day for you.
It is, and also Saturday, we've got the dedication up on the mountain. If anyone wants to drop by at 10 o'clock of the prayer box there on the lookout right at the top of New Salem there for Alan Bradford, the Alliance. They're going to have a ribbon cutting at a dedication. It'll be a special. Won't take long, but it'll be a special few minutes there, to do that. And it's hard to believe Alan's gone, but
yeah, absolutely.
Actually, we had a really good day, and this makes me think of this too, Alan, because he was really dedicated to the Tire Amnesty Day, and we had a good day down there. It was a beautiful day, and his daughter came down and worked all day long, and Carrie and my commissioners was there, and we really had thanks to Ray, he let us have the trustees down there, and it was just a really good day, and we got a little over 2,305, I believe, wasn't it, what you had down, and that's a lot of tires, but Alan, you could just feel his presence, So, yeah.
Absolutely. He'll, of course, he'd been retired from the gas company, but when I see that truck come through,
you look for him.
It looks like he's riding in there, because he always was, or driving one. Most of the time he was riding. A lot of the time, sometimes he was driving, but obviously he'd retired for a few years from the gas company.
That's right.
But I still see him. Think about him every time I see the truck coming through town.
Yeah.
Tonight, 6 o'clock for the work session. Back to a regular size meeting. So if you want to come, we'll stream it live at Facebook. KWN News Now. KWN News Now is where we'll stream the meeting for y'all to. Tonight. Look forward to that. Commissioner, anything else?
Just the Fred's, old Fred's building down there. They've actually got some signage up now. They are looking for people to work. They're taking applications, and they're stocking it every day. I mean,
it's kind of like good luck with that.
I know.
Everybody else in town is looking for people,
but it's they're putting the stock. This morning they were unloading tractor trailer loads of stuff there. So they, I look for that thing to open probably in the next week or so. And as soon as we know, we'll put that. We'll post it on our website, and also we'll talk about it next week. But I mean, they're getting down to the nitty-gritty right now as far as opening up. So.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you for coming in and giving us that update with the county government. And we will see you later on today. And for those of you watching, we'll see the executive back. What's your phone number real fast?
Oh, yeah, 423-667-8999. That's my cell. And 657-4625. That's the office number. And just call me or any of the commissioners anytime, and we'll try to be there and help you any way we can.
All right, sounds good. Dade County Executive Ted Rumley in the studio on the Newsmaker segment this morning.